One more time, give a big applause to Helene.
Thank you. So now it's time for a little rock and roll. We can go. Good evening, everybody. I'm here tonight to share with you my secret identity. So when I was a teenager, I discovered snowboarding, and it was the beginning of a chain reaction of passions that led me to surfing and eventually to downhill skateboarding and street luge. Not really Ubud standard, right? This is street luge, and this is me in white. We go down hills, down roads, close to traffic with protections in the dangerous areas. It implies a lot of speed and adrenaline, and as you can guess, some risk. We are 10 to 15% of women practicing downhill skateboarding and street luge. Being a woman is all about learning to take advantage of what can look like apparent weakness. I'm tiny, but I'm very clean, so I'm very aerodynamic, and I don't need to brake that much in the corners. My intuition makes me anticipate tricks, and chaturanga made my push amazing. After a few years, I started racing, mostly to have the opportunity to ride such amazing roads like this one, close to traffic, and to be with the international community. I've been world champion in 2006, and a few years later, I was one of the fastest riders on the planet, men included. But I'm going to share with you a secret. There's a second coming in. I don't like racing. I mean, look at my face. I'm in pole position. I don't know what I'm doing here. Because there's a lot of manly stress implied, and the behavior you can witness are not always super nice. And it triggers a lot of doubt and resistance. My solution has been to learn to do things from the heart, to accept that some people like goals and pressure, and some people freeze. So if I disconnect myself from very high expectation and other people expectation, and I do things from a place of enjoying the process, this is where I thrive, from a place of fun, passion, and purpose. When pressure hits, I remember why I came here and what makes me like this so much. And one of the things that makes it like it so much is the community. I've met amazing people on my way, and these are some of my people and some of the best riders on the planet. We have the best fun together, and we support, learn from each other, and we create this very safe and empowering place to be challenged and to progress constantly. But you cannot, in life and in street luge, choose all the time who you're with. So it's all about keeping resources so you can deal with unexpected and comfortable situation that can be created by people who are full on and not really aware of what they're doing, in order to manage the situation with awareness. Because in life, as well as in street luge, it's all about managing risk in an ever-changing environment. And the more you are aware of yourself and of the environment around you, the more, when you're in a place of clarity, you can take the right decisions and respond properly rather to react out of survival mode. But still, things can go wrong. You can hurt yourself in life and in street luge. You can hurt other people. You can die. The hard lesson is to accept it and embrace it. Accept that everything presents risk. And even if there's fear happening afterwards, you can have anger when somebody makes you crash, especially when you're a woman that feel that you've been the victim of reckless behavior of men. So rather than shaming, which can be very tempting, it's about putting yourself in a place of learning the lessons, and always remember, you could be that person, or maybe you've been that person one day. I mean, we can all fuck up, right? Still, as a woman, it's all about learning to speak your voice and managing to be heard in a male-dominated environment. And I think you women know what I'm talking about. And to really make your point in a constructive way, even if you can risk being labeled as annoying. Because label is another thing that you can face when you're women that achieve things. People like you to put other people in boxes. I've been called the best, like inspiring, badass, everything. And I've also been called manly, disempowering, insane. And I can tell you it really hurts. Also status, being put on a pedestal or being introduced within 5 minutes as the friend world champion of street luge, it's not always easy to handle in what expectation people can have on you afterwards and dealing with this pressure. So I've been tempted to compartmentalize from a place of hiding at first, which is strange, but then I've learned to compartmentalize out of a place of wisdom, embracing the fact that not everybody can take everything about you, and it's fine. You have the power to decide if, when, and how you're talking about something about your life, and this is wisdom. The other magic solution when it comes to empower yourself is to own your achievement, to make a break every once in a while, look back and acknowledge everything you have done, and also understand everything it says about the person you are as a woman, how you can be really empowered as a woman with this. Because one thing to never compartmentalize is your femininity. I used to be very boyish 15 years ago. I've learned that you can own your femininity. You don't need to be one of the boys to be accepted. And on the other side of the spectrum, you don't need to be an aggressive feminist in order to be heard. It's all about being in a place of maturity and consciousness, accepting that you can trigger some behavior in a male-dominated environment and really respond in a place of maturity and alignment so you can inspire shifts. Because we are all here to avoid separation. Ultimately, it's all about finding people that make you feel that you belong, finding your community, finding ways to share experience, sensation, stories, and values with people so that gender disappears and it creates space for what is the most beautiful thing, unity and deep connection. And this is gold. Thank you.